Hello guys, welcome to my channel thisacademy.com. So have you ever wondered where YouTube stores millions of videos and how they manage storage without wasting money? So in today's video, I'll explain Amazon S3 storage classes using a real-time YouTube example. Very simple, very practical, and very interesting. Let's get started. So what is Amazon S3? So Amazon S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. So basically, it is used to store videos, images, backups, logs, and files. Let's say companies like Netflix, YouTube like platforms, and all the startups company, all the educational based company. So they prefer to use S3 because it is highly durable, scalable, and secure. So next is storage classes. So now imagine you are building a YouTube like platform, let's say Videosphere. Your platform name is Videosphere. So every day creators upload their videos, right? Some become viral and some become are forgotten after a few months. So do all videos need the same type of storage? No, right? And that's why S3 storage classes exist. So first one is S3 standard. So this is actually used for new and trading videos. So basically, for example, let's say your video title is how to crack DevOps interview in 30 days. So it is getting trend and thousands of views every day. So this video should be storing S3 standard, right? Because frequently the user is accessing. So next is S3 intelligent tiering. Intelligent tiering means this is for video where you do not know the future popularity, right? So if you do not know the future popularity, so better to store in S3 intelligent tiering. Maybe today people watch it, maybe next month they don't. AWS what happened? AWS automatically moves that video between frequent and infrequent access. You have to don't have to do anything. So that tiring AWS will handle everything. This is actually smart storage. If you don't know what to do. So next is your S3 standard IA. As the name suggests, IA means what? Infrequent access. So let's say there are some videos that are old but still useful. For example, let's say 6-month-old AWS tutorial that people watch only when they search. So we need to make storage costs as low as possible. So better to choose this standard IA. So next is your S3 one zone IA. One zone IA means that is also same infrequent access, but it will store in one zone. So that is because let's say some data which are being non-critical data, secondary backup like data that can be recreated, that only we can store in S3 version IA. So next is a S3 Glacier. S3 Glacier is nothing but let's say some videos we need to really access, but when needed, that must be available immediately. So that videos we need to store in S3 Glacier. So let's say for some YouTube videos, some old company training videos or compliance recording, we can store in a S3 Glacier. But that is infrequent access. But whenever we need, the data should be available immediately. So last one is your S3 Glacier Deep Archive. So that means this this is for a long-term legal. Let's say uh, let's say some of the videos we don't need it for 6 months. We know that this videos we don't need it for 6 months. So better to store in Glacier Deep Archive. And while the retrieve the data, it will take also time around 24 to 48 hours. Depends upon the data size. So if I go to a simple life cycle policy, then let's say new videos which is frequently accessed, then that should go to S3 standard. Let's say after 30 days, we can push to intelligent tiering. After 90 days standard IA, then Glacier, then deep. Right? This is a life cycle policy experiment. Let's say this is a real type video. This is the way we can maintain the S3 life cycle policy. So let me go to the S3 bucket. So if you see, This is Amazon S3 buckets. So create a bucket. So another important thing I missed, that is the basic interview question for fresher. So basically bucket name is not the region basis actually. So bucket name is for the global basis, means the AWS cloud. It should be unique in the AWS cloud. Total AWS cloud it should be. Let me give a name as demo test. Demo. So let me keep as demo and try to create. See, bucket with the same name already exists. Though it is not exist in my account. You see, let me show you all the buckets. See, there is no, these are my buckets, but there is no demo buckets, right? But if you see, it is saying bucket with the same name already exists. That means the buckets should be unique in the global, means total AWS cloud, it should be unique. So someone already used this demo name, that's why we cannot create this bucket. Let me create this, demo one, and still means object ownership. Let's say if this bucket want to access by another account, then we need to enable this SQL. That is block public access setting for this bucket. So do we need to block all the public access? Yes or no? Let's say I need to host, need to do a hosting. Let's say I'm removing this. So this is now enabled for all from the internet. We can able to access from the internet. Bucket versioning means, let's say if you need to keep a backup. So every time whenever you are pushing something, the AWS will manage that versioning. If you enable, that will be, yeah, that will be little cost, but let it be disable now. That is only for the backup. It's the backup. We can provide a tag. Then encryption, encryption, S3 encryption, we can by default we can use SSE3 or KMS is there or DSS. So let me use the SSE S3, then create bucket. Okay. Now you can see reset demo one bucket created, that is unique in the global. That's why if I go to the reset demo one, the bucket is already created. Let me host a small site. Let's say index.html. So as we know, right, S3 also we can able to host website, static website, not dynamic. Static website we can able to host. So let me host a small website. So for that, I think I have a file. So if I go to, yeah, I have index.html file. Let me open that file. This is contact first. If you see here, so I'm just keeping a heading, H1 and S2, nothing is there. Let me open this index file to my S3 and do a host, so that we can able to access the browser. So how we are going to host? So you have to upload this file here. That file, we can go to desktop, and this desktop is upload. File is already uploaded. So next is permission. So properties, the storage classes I am using standard. Let me use standard. You can choose here which storage classes. Let me use standard now, and let me upload. The file got upload. So if I go to that file, this right. So go to properties. Properties. Let me go to hosting. How to host this file? So yes, static website host. So this is disable. So let me enable and show you how we can able to host one site. Host a static. Click on this host a static website. Hosting type is, as you know, S3 you can only host a static website. Then our starting point is index.html, then that's now option, save changes. So once we save the changes, then we can see that URL, right? Bucket website info. Let me copy and try to access. So if you see, we are getting 4 not see forbidden. Why? Because we are not provided policy to access this file. So what we'll do is, we'll go again to this bucket. Oh, where is the bucket? This standard one, right? Go to this bucket, then go to permission, block all public access is off, means that is accessible outside, but bucket policy is not set. That's why we are not able to access. So we have to say, write a bucket policy. So I have already reached here. So let's say the bucket policy. So we have to provide public read write access. Sorry, for public read and get access. So this is our bucket name. Bucket name is system demo 1. Correct. So let me save the changes and let me hit the URL. See, now we can able to access this website. Welcome to 3 Academy. The URL 3 Academy. So thank you guys. I hope this S3 demo video will clear all your fundamental doubt and questions. If you have any questions, any doubt, then please feel free to write in the comment section. I'll go one by one. And there another request I have, that I can see a lot of people are watching my video, but they forget to like the channel or subscribe. Thank you all. See you in the next video.